activate motivation but tech department. Okay, listen to this. Nzxt, Kraken, Elite, and any other, the fan, the cooler, right? Let me tell you one thing, guys. This thing is very, very hard to use. Okay, very hard to install. Okay, there's a lot of fake videos that go, oh, it's very easy to install. These are a whole bunch of fake collaborators right there. Do not listen to all of them. Nzxt fans, if you really want to hear this, if you want to buy this, if you're planning to get this, let me tell you, this thing is hard to set it up. You will end up calling them. You know, nowadays, listen, we want plug and play. Who want to read the instructions, right? It's a simple fan, you know. You want to plug it into the CPU, the motherboard board of a fan, AIO pump, you know, even those pins gonna get you confused, right? Then you have a converter. This thing have so many wires like coming out from the box, you know. It's not like, hey, 2 plugs, boom, boom, boom. It's not even color coded. Now, I do understand that they don't want to put a instruction on the cable. Maybe they had to save bucks, who knows, right? But you could have, Nzxt could have make it much more easier to install, so we don't have to call them, right? At nighttime you try to call them, they're not gonna pick up. But you know what, at daytime you have to wait for, if you're confused, you have to open the manuals. Their manuals are written in so tiny letters. I don't know why they would do something like that, such a easy instructions on something so simple. You know, if the instructions does not make a sense for you, then you have to call them. But you cannot call them on the weekend at nighttime. You have to call them at daytime. So now you're excited to open up this new case, or this and that, or this cooler, and then here you are, you're gonna have to call them, wait for the next day until your dopamine goes down, and then you have to call them and you have to say, hey, how am I gonna do this? Because you will really, you know how many times I even got a single fan radiator, it had like 4 wires coming out. Like, how you even make something, I don't get it. Like, there had to be a better way of making things, you know. Like, this thing is not easy to set up. Even if you have, I have an ITX motherboard, Asus, and still like difficult to realize, you know. And I build my own PC. I built it before, and I'm pretty technicians in a good way, in my way, right? But like, it's still very confusing. And the wires that came out on a Kraken Elite, oh my God, there's so many wires. Good luck managing the wire. I think your PCs, most of the wire after the PSU will be the Krakens. All right, there had to be easier way they can do this. They could have do this much more easier way, you know. And the instruction, they can make it a bold letter. Like, so listen, if Nzxt listening to this, I'll try to tag them if I can. Listen, I gotta give, before anything, I gotta say that I gotta give the good credit to the phone callers. The phone callers, on the technical team, they talk really well. They stay with you. They actually give you instruction. I have to give them a credit. But listen, I don't know why they would make something like this so tough. Like, you know, there have to be some sort of easier way they can do this. Like, look, even currently is on, my one is on RMA. It actually burned down on me. I don't know what happened. The pump just suddenly stopped working. It happens less than 6 months. It's on our RMA. Then I had to plug it back in. But now I know how to do this. But still, it can be confusing. So if you hear and people are saying in YouTube that it was so easy to make, so easy to install and all that, absolutely not. I'm telling you the honest opinion. Nzxt, I love their product. It's great, amazing. It is not easy water cooler. It is not easy to install, right? Top of that, you might have an issue where the pump, I don't know why this one burned down. I always put it on silent or my own custom curve, and it just burned, I think stopped working for what, less than 6 months or five months, right? I'm surprised, or probably 4 months. I don't know what's going on. It stopped working. And then also, as a bonus, I'm going to tell you, they're selling a hub. I have a video coming. I have a hub where you can plug in all the fans and all the RGB in one square. Because if you get another extra fan, you cannot plug it in, all of them in one hub. So you have to pay $36 to get an extra black square hub to plug in all your fans and all your RGB on that hub. Still, it's kind of tough. Like, I think they could have made it much more easier. They could put a label like, hey, put a red indicator with the red plug, put green indicator with green plug. Like, they could have done that stickers. I don't know why they did not do that. So listen, this is it. This almost can take you 2 to 3 days depending on your schedule. Took me 2 days to even figure it out, and thank God they pick up the phone calls. You know, who want to wait for that? Nzxt fans, one more time, the water cooler is absolutely hard to install. Over, like and subscribe for my honest and the most organic review. Over.